Hello, hello! Thank you for visiting my channel again. I am Diana Smith, and I'm so glad that you're here. So please, please, please subscribe. Somewhere down here is a subscribe button. Hit it. Hit the little bell icon, and YouTube will go knock, knock, knock. Diana is here. She's here to entertain you. She's here to make you laugh, and she's here twice a week. So let's get this video started.
You guys, I'm sharing the world's best secret. We all had a COVID crash. We all gained weight. We all ate the chips and Cheetos and Pop-Tarts we thought were going to sustain life. And COVID is still here. Not only is COVID here, but 2020 has been a total shit show. Everything that could happen has happened. We have had more natural disasters. I'm in Washington State. We had 85 arson-started fires. So our fire season, though we have one every year, was off the charts. We had little towns that burnt to the ground. So what I'm getting at is people need to be ready for anything. Even if, even if it's the zombie apocalypse, for shit's sakes. If that's ever going to happen, it's going to happen in 2020, right? Because everything else has happened in 2020. But then you get fire seasons, you get natural disasters, you could break down in a car. So here is my solution to the crash of COVID and all the food I thought was going to sustain life is right now just, sitting on my ass. And my solution to eating our COVID stash is buy stuff you would never eat, like low sodium Spam. You're not going to catch me downstairs sneaking the low sodium Spam. When it was raspberry frosted Pop-Tarts, yeah, I ate those. I ain't going to eat the Spam. I'm not going to drink instant coffee. And I even have things like these dried fruit. I don't like these flavors. So I thought, well, they'll sustain life if they have to. So I'm going to put them in my safety kit. These things were nasty, so I'm putting them in my safety kit. So what I am going to do with this stuff is make safety kits that we're not going to dig into. We're not going to splurge. Here's another thought. I think people need to be having safety. You need to be ready for whatever happens. Who knows what it is? Like I said, it could be a zombie apocalypse. It could be a flat tire in the middle of BFE for all we know. So on top of being ready at home, I feel like we need to be ready elsewhere. I'm going to make 3 packs. Because I'm a horse owner, and if anything were to happen at my home, all I'm going to do is load up my animals in the horse trailer, in the truck, and the dogs and horses and I are leaving. So I am going to have a pack in the horse trailer. I'm going to have a pack in my truck, because just in case I'm away from home and something happens and I can't get home, or you're, driving across country and the truck breaks down, or your rig breaks down, you've got food there. So I think that instead of safety packs in just one spot, you need to put it in different spots. And if you're just going to put it at home, put, a safety pack at home and a safety pack in the garage. Okay, here is some ideas. Buy things that you're not going to eat. Think about things like instant coffee. If you've got kids, you might have cocoa and stuff. Think about different protein sources, because other than canned Spam, like if I buy canned tuna and chicken, I'm going to eat them. Spam, I'm not. But, I could easily make a recipe for you guys. We could chop up some Spam. We could put some black-eyed peas. We could put some broth in there, and then we got soup. We could put that over rice or instant mashed potatoes. And if we're stranded, we're still going to eat. So like I said, it might not be everybody's favorite, but it is going to sustain life. The secret to everything that I've got, it can be eaten straight from the can, or you just add water to cook it. So you guys, these can be done, just add water. And top ramen, come on. Who didn't take the dry top ramen, sprinkle the seasoning, and eat it dry? So if you have to, you could sustain life on top ramen. Pretty sure of that. These are canned goods that I've had in my pantry forever. They're way beyond the date. Like 2012. But if the zombies are knocking on my door and I can't get to the grocery store, I would probably eat those. So here's another thing too. When fires broke out a few years ago here, we lost our power, and I live on a well. So this is a couple of things that I learned from that experience is I got a bunch of jugs that were empty from water and I wrote well, and I just filled them with well water. I wouldn't drink them because they're not treated in any way out of the well. But if we lose power, we lose water because our well pumps. So you can always flush a toilet by putting water in the back of the toilet and flush it. So that's why people on wells should have lots of water. In your house, lanterns are awesome because you can carry them around just like the old days. You can read, you can do all that with lanterns. These things are for in your house. And who doesn't steal the shit from the hotel? We all do it. So this is something I thought would be cool for safety packs because it gives you shampoo, conditioner, soaps. So those are good for safety packs. Matches, bags, who knows what you need them for, but you may. In my horse trailer and my truck, I've got some hand warmers. Because here's another thing when it comes to safety packs, you might not always be at home. And so you need a pack, I think, at home. Just think of it. If someone's knocking on the door and you've got to get out of your house, or there's fire that you can see and you've got to get out of your house, you want a pack that you can grab and get out of your house. I also think there's a chance you won't be at your house if emergencies happen. So you'll want a bag or something of some safety stuff. So this, I got a thin, tall one so it can go behind the back seat of my truck. It doesn't have to go in and out when people are in the truck. You could go spend $20 at the dollar store. A lot of people say, I don't have money to have a safety pack. Yeah, you do. You could seriously spend $10 and you would have 4 or 5 days worth of food from the dollar store. So everybody can afford it. Just buy shit you won't eat. Hopefully I never need it, and hopefully you never need it. But if you do, it's better safe than sorry. This is a box of dehydrated foods. All you do is open the bag. It's got 92 servings. I spent $70 for this. I don't know how it's going to taste. I don't care if it tastes like ass, to be honest with you, because I hope I never ever need it. But if I do, I know I can sustain life on it. So I like the 92 servings because, you know, we've always got other people that we might need to feed. So don't think of just yourself, obviously. And did the math. That's 76 cents a serving. So you really cannot go wrong with this. And it's dehydrated. It serves, I think each bag is 6 to 8 servings. And we'll open it up in a little while and add some stuff to it. But this is going to go in the horse trailer. Here is another clever idea that Lily gave me, is having a Sharpie in your horse trailer, because if it's fires or anything like that, if you have to let a horse loose, make sure that you use a Sharpie on their hoof and write their phone number or your phone number or something. You don't want your horses loose with halters on them because they can get hooked on stuff, especially if they're running through the woods to get away from fire. So identifying their hoof, putting your phone number on their hoof is great. So make sure you've got markers around. But this is really the only thing that was costly, and you don't actually have to have it. But I am a Mima of 2 and a mother of 1. And if shit hits the fan, I intend to feed all my people. So I got more, obviously, than I need. One thing I don't have, which I may get, may not get, who knows, but it's you can get emergency radios that wind up, and when they wind up, they actually can power your phone. They're a flashlight and they're a radio. Here is something I thought was genius. We all have clothes that we don't wear. We just all do. And so it doesn't have to match, it doesn't matter, but somewhere besides your house, obviously in your home, you have clothes. But if you put an extra stash in, you've got a safety pack in, like in my instance, I'm going to have a safety pack in my truck. I'm going to have one in my horse trailer. I'm going to have one in my house. But I figure a lot of this stuff will be in my house. It doesn't have to be packed. But for the truck and horse trailer, I'm going to got a spare set of clothes. Make sure you wear like leggings or sweats as your spare clothes, because you don't know if you have to run, if it's going to be fat season or skinny season. So make sure you have buffet pants, because you don't want to get out there with a pair of tight jeans and try to run from zombies. Here's something I found really cool. These little emergency, I don't know if you guys can see that. These little emergency blankets, Polar Shield emergency blankets. I found these at the store, and there's another thing. go to the camping goods section of the store. But I found these for $1.25. So I'm gonna have one in my truck and one in my trailer. Oh my gosh, here's another thing I forgot to get for the filming. I have one of those solar powered showers from when I camp. So it's a black bag and it has a little shower head. Put one of those somewhere, because that way you've got hot water. You can use it to cook with or anything else. It's just a plastic solar powered bag with a spigot. Like matches. I mean, I realize we're supposed to know how to sit there with a couple of sticks and make sparks, but I don't know how to make sparks. You know what I know how to do? I know how to open up a box of matches, and I know how to make a flame. There we go. That's how I make fire. And so something tells me if we've got a zombie apocalypse, that's still how I'm going to make fire. Don't forget butt wipe, people. Don't forget butt wipe. Oh, also things like this. Like I got this. This is stuff that's just been around my house that I never use. It's one of these things I got from my grandfather. So you don't have to spend money to be prepared. There's always little things. The biggest thing about, in my opinion, most of us have all this on hand. It's just not somewhere where it can be grabbed and gone. So that's the biggest thing I want to get across is you've already got enough stuff. You've got stuff in your cupboards you don't eat. You've got outfits you don't wear. You've got, lanterns, flashlights, stuff like that. You've got the stuff. Just pack it. So if you need to, for emergency purposes, you can put something over your shoulder, or if you're stuck on the side of the road, you've got food and you've got a blanket. Just be prepared. Thanks to our sponsors. Don't forget to shop mblbrand.com. The link is below. Okay, so apparently we need to pack Band-Aids because this thing was a bitch to get open. You would take the cheese powder and the elbow macaroni to make your mac and cheese. And then you could add some slices of Spam so you could have Spam mac and cheese. Yeah, with what? And a cup of coffee to wash it down. See? Okay, so the truck is ready because this will fit behind the back seat. This will go. I've already got a jug of water in there, and here's a spare outfit. For the horse trailer, this thing was a bitch to open, but I opened it. I put some matches in there. I put the Sharpie in there. What else I put in there? Forks, a few things in there. I'm going to have this. So this is going to go in the horse trailer with a couple jugs of water, because remember, the water is not just for me, but I've also got animals. So you want to make sure you've got enough food and water for animals. So this right here is ready for the house. But another thing to think of is sticking it in duffel bags. In fact, if I had to run from my house, this would be a pain in the ass to grab and run, versus a duffel bag over my shoulder would be easier. I am ready for the zombie apocalypse. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget, take your ammo and your guns, because when bad news comes, you just might have to shoot back. So do not forget the Glock, the ammo, the shotgun, whatever it is you've got to protect yourself and your family, make sure you take it with you. And with that being said, stay safe, stay healthy, stay surrounded by loved ones, and most of all, stay grateful for all of your blessings. Until next time. Hello? I don't like that start. Okay, no, this is not turning out the way I was hoping. Okay, a word from our sponsor didn't work out. I don't think any of that was funny. I don't know how to do that part.